What's doing? Welcome back to a new car on the Dyno today. Brand new 79 series, completely stock. I lie a little bit. It has an exhaust system and a clutch, but otherwise this thing is completely stock. Has canopy and tray, but stock wheels. Everything else is stock. Stock snorkel, stock intake, just an exhaust and clutch. Stock airbox, everything's stock. Now this one is in for a new exhaust and new clutch system. 70 series, as per the last 70 series video you watched. If you haven't, go back and watch it. It's an early one, pre-DPF. This is a DPF model. You have to have a clutch in them. They're just junk from factory. So we put an MPC or the power drive one in. I think power drive, yeah, top of my power drive. 1300 or 1600 newton meters, depending on what we're doing. 1600 newton meters if you're going to be going turbo injectors. 1300 newton meters, we're going to keep it sort of standard. So what are we doing with this one? It's just currently warming up. It's a brand new specky. It's got 3,000 Ks on it. And we're going to do multi-map. That's right, so we're going to do 4 maps on the one ECU using the car to control that. So we can flick through the different tunes and we can have multiple choices there, so you can have different things. You can have different tunes to different opportunities he's driving, opportunities. So if you're going at the beach, you want to be a dickhead, or if you're going on the highway, you want to be a dickhead, or if you're going to racetrack, you want to be a dickhead, not the highway, or if you're going towing, or if you want to have some economy. We're going to go through all the different options he's going to have. And we'll let this thing warm up. We'll do a base run as it is stock. Then I'm going to do a multi-map file. I've redone because it's been here for 2 days. So I'm going to load this multi-map file in, get a baseline and see where it's at. And then we'll do some adjustments, and it should be pretty close to being a stock car, and we'll get some good results. And I'll show you the different boost levels, the different fuels, different powers and different torques. So let's get stuck in. So let's get up to the gear, up in RPM, and get some temperature in this thing. It's only at 53 degrees. Completely stock. What numbers do you reckon it's going to make, power and torque? Now, Toyota do say these make X amount of power and torque at the flywheel, not the wheels. So we're only going on the wheels. Make a note down below what you think it might be. We'll let this thing warm up. Once it's up to temp, we'll run it up and see where she goes. All right, we've got some temp into it. Let's run it up. We've got 125 kilowatts of fury, and we've got 365 newton meters, so about the same as a Hilux. I just did one, Gen 3 N80. It was pretty much bang on the same, so nothing spectacular. We can fix that. All right, so we're inside the car. The multi-map is loaded in. Let's have a look how it works. So we go in here, we've got our dash, and we can currently in map 4, but I can change that through to map 1, map 2, map 3, map 4. Now we can have all sorts of different things in here, from stock, eco, performance, towing, immobilizer, hard cut limiter, lumpy idle. Like, there's all sorts of different things we can do. We all customize this to what you want though. So this gentleman is pretty much a stock car, just wants to have a multi-map option to go between the 2 different things, 3, 4 different things obviously. But what we've got in this one is stage 1 is our normal tune, which would run just a basic to suit the mods. Number 2 is our standard mode, so you can put it back to a standard car. Number 3 is eco mode, so it should be a bit better than your standard, and fuel economy, so you can have that for your highway driving. And then 4 is your power mode, so when you're wanting to do that bit more towing, or you want to go on the beach, or you want to go up, get some speed and have more torque going up hills, whatever the outcome may be, you've got those options, and we can just flip it over. As you're sitting here, we just change it through really easy between the 4 different maps. So let's get stuck in and see what's got. All right, so I'm all plugged in and we're running, just waiting for the car to pick up some data. There we go, she's come on now. So now we're going to get it into 4th tune. So what we do is start at the top power output first and work our way backwards, just for intake air temps, and I'll try and let it have a breather between. So I'll run map 4 up and I'll show you on the dyno, and then I'll run the other 3, and then I'll show you what the outcomes are on all of those. All right. Okay, let's get this thing run up in map 4. 675 and 650 pretty much, so that's some good results there. So I'll run out the other 3 maps while we'll do some data logging to see what's going on with them and make sure everything's happy, and then I'll show you the results. All right, let's talk numbers. So you've seen the first one, which was power run, went some good numbers, but let's look at some AFRs and some boosts. I've hidden the kilowatts, but you'll be able to see it anyway a little bit in here. All right, so let's have a look at our numbers. All right, so what we got? You can see our differences in our AFRs. We've got our 20s, we've got about 18s, we've got 17s, and we've got our 15s and our big power dog there. So you can come through, same thing with our boost levels. You can see we've brought in these. This is just our stock run with our eco and our power and our tune runs there. So you can see a couple of different things there. Look at that. So we've got our power, our tune, our economy, and our stock. So some good numbers there. Big differences in boost. But let's have a look at power and torque. I've just done some editing in the graph so you can sort of see them and you can see distinguishable differences between what they are and their names. So, power, economy, every day is just our normal like stage 1 tune we do. Like this, if you're coming for a tune, that's the sort of number you'll get. And this is where we push the limits a little bit further. So it's not an everyday tune, this is your sort of normal everyday tune, which is map number 1, then map number 2, 3 and 4. So there you go, some noticeable differences between standard economy, everyday and power, in power figures and in our torque figures. You can see some big gains through there as well. Now each of these have their own place. Are you going to use all of them? Probably not, but you have a choice to, if you want to put it in your everyday mode, drive around. If you want to give it to someone, put it in economy mode or a standard mode, we can do that. We can also do a mobiliser, like I said, and we can do hard cut limiter and lumpy idle. This customer doesn't want any of that. Just give him some different options so he can change between what he's doing, whether he's got a caravan on the back or he's a load up on the back, if he's up the beach, if he's on the highway, if he's cruising, or if he just wants to be an idiot and have a bit more power and get out of the way. Totally customisable to the car. Obviously this car is stock in the way of turbo and injectors and everything else. It's still running a standard Landcruiser snorkel, standard airbox, standard intercooler. Probably would recommend getting some fans, especially if you're running that power mode a lot. Keep those intake air temps down, but otherwise she's stock. Now, in saying that, if you do have a G-turbo, a power pipe, intercooler, and all those things in plus 100s, we can do that. That's not a drama. If you're somewhere in the middle and you just have a turbo or just injectors, we can do that. So you don't have to have stock, you don't have to have to the moon. Whatever you have, we can adjust it to what you have. These aren't just a load and go. This is fully customizable to the car, so we can make sure that it's actually going to be what you want. So that's probably it for this one, the Landcruiser. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I can't go into too much depth with the technical stuff in how I make the things do what they do. So check customers on how they change the tunes, especially if they're running a mobiliser. So I can just show you that there is 4 tunes, and I can show you technically on the Dyno there is 4 tunes, and they're not just more fuel rail pressure, everything is different. We have rail pressure is one of them, injection duration is another, boost is another, everything is different per different map for what we're looking for, VNT, how we stage it, completely different. So that's it for the Landcruiser 79 series, brand new. It's got 3,000 Ks on it. This customer's going to enjoy this. It'll be a good little thing, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I didn't get time to do 0 to 60 before and after on this one, sorry. I'll try and get done. I've got another 2 cars trying to get tuned today. So we'll get onto that, and hopefully you liked it. Hit that like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.